Wagwan people, this is your boy Rome. Welcome back to the channel. You guys are watching the Fourth Official, that place and the only place you can get that Jamaican American experience of football with a heavy bias towards Manchester United. Big ups to everybody that's been liking and subscribing to the channel. We're almost there, almost at 500, which is a mark that we set for ourselves last week. Looking forward to getting to that 500 mark and then pushing towards 1,000. So again, thank you guys so much. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like the videos, and share it with your friends so we can create a big, massive community and talk about football, Manchester United, and of course the Reggae Boys. And as a thank you from me to you, I have something very special for you guys today. So yo, roll here.
Home.
Our home.
The theatre of dreams. The heart of United beats here. It's a family united by common bonds, by shared experiences.
United through and through.
It's not where you're from, it's where you belong.
Something deep in our hearts.
Wherever we roam. And when the whistle goes, it calls us home. Whoever we are, wherever we go, we are all united.
This is my club. This is where I belong.
You're welcome, people. Jadon Sancho has joined Manchester United finally. And I don't know about you, but me happy like picnic on a weekend. Finally. It's been 2 years coming, and I can't wait to see what that man is going to do on the field. I'm getting more and more excited as the years go past for Manchester United. Since Alex Ferguson left, it's been doom and gloom. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer looks like he's bringing back a sense of excitement when it comes to Manchester United. I'm still not sure about him as a coach, but still, the team look good. Bless up on yourself, people. Now, without any further ado, referee, blow the whistle. Let's go. So people, today again we're going to talk about the Reggae Boys. You know, we have a game against USA coming up, quarterfinals. And I think it's very important that the Fourth Official take an approach that not many people are taking here on the YouTube platform. Instead of previewing the USA game and talking about how Jamaica is going to beat them and how USA is probably going to lose or whatnot, I'm going to take the stance of saying the most important aspect of our team, of how the team is set up, is going to be critical in how we play against the USA and if we win or lose. Now we know that we have an 11-man squad, and within those 11-man squad you have different partnerships that makes up that squad, right? The partnership between the goalkeeper and defenders, partnership between defenders and midfielders, partnership between midfielders and attackers, partnership between wingers and strikers. Those are the type of partnerships that win games, right? So I need the right people in the right positions to create the right chances for people. I'm going to talk about two aspects of the team today, which I think is very essential for us to win and beat USA and show them that we're here to win this competition. Now, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of these two partnerships and how I think the team should be set up against the USA in order to win. Now, we saw in the very first two games, when it comes to partnership, the partnership between Michael Hector and DJ helps you be stable in terms of defensively. And then in the final game, we saw the partnership between DJ and Speedy helps you a little bit more in terms of being mobile and holding on to the ball and having a little bit more zest to your football. So this is what I'm going to talk about right now, which is the most important aspect of tomorrow's game is the midfield two partnership. Now we already know that Michael Hector is Whitmore Teddy Bear. Like, Whitmore loves Michael Hector because he does a job for him. Whitmore continuously pick Michael Hector because Michael Hector sits in front of the defense and protects the defense. Similar to what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer likes between Fred and McTominay. They sit in front of the defense and protect the otherwise vulnerable defense. Michael Hector will not venture past the half line because his job is to protect the defense. If one of them move, he slots right in and cover right there. After all, he's a defender by nature. Michael Hector is not a mobile midfielder, which means there's the spaces that he's not occupying, DJ have to come back and occupy, which leaves a lot more space between the midfield and the attacking line. So I do feel if we played a midfield to have Michael Hector and DJ, there'll be a lot of space in the midfield for the opponents to take advantage of. We will not have the ball, we will look very sloppy, and we will rely on individual brilliance up front to get us anything out of the game. Contrast that to the midfield combination of Speedy Williams and DJ, especially in the last game. You realize DJ was a little bit further forward playing in that game because Speedy Williams was there to protect the back line, but he was also moving forward every opportunity he got. Him and DJ would interchange on multiple occasions, which means now that the spaces that were not occupied in the previous 2 games now have an individual in there, either creating a triangle between Maggie, DJ, and Speedy, or between Maggie, DJ, and the forward line. We didn't have that in the previous games. That's because Hector was sitting all the way back. I do feel like if we play Speedy and DJ within that midfield, then you'll have a perfect opportunity to take more control of the game, create more chances. This is why a lot of people were calling for Anthony Grant in the previous game, before the squad was called up, because Anthony Grant will be perfect for doing that defensive duty and pushing up the field at the same time. He would be absolutely perfect as a seasoned defensive midfielder, but they didn't call him up, so that's a different story for a different day. And then the next partnership we want to talk about, we already spoke about DJ, Speedy. If you're asking me, I would think the pick should be DJ and Speedy. Michael Hector should not be starting in this game. The next partnership we want to talk about is the partnership between Shamar Nicholson and Corey Burke, or should it be Andre Gray and Blair Turgott? Now, I do feel Andre Gray had a very frustrating game the last game because the service was so sloppy, and strikers feed off service, they feed off movement, and he was not getting that in the first half. Boils down to the second half where he missed that chance, and you're thinking, all right, maybe it's not going to work out for Andre Gray this time around. However, we need to consider the type of players that we're playing each other with. You know, Andre Gray played his first game when he came on about 10 minutes. The last game that he played, Andre Gray played almost 60 minutes with Blair Turgott. Blair Turgott, while good on the ball, is not necessarily one to create a lot of chances for who you're playing with up front. However, on the flip side of that, we play Shamar Nicholson with Corey Burke. And one of Corey Burke's best attribute is bringing people into the play, bringing other people's into the game with him. If you remember the first game when Corey Burke came on as a substitute, within that time frame, Corey Burke created 4 chances for Shamar Nicholson. In the second game, the same thing. This last game, Corey Burke and Shamar came on together, and Corey Burke created 2 chances for Shamar within 10 minutes because Corey Burke used his strength and speed to go down on the flank and put the ball to feet. Now, if you think about the type of player that Corey Burke is and put him on the right-hand side with someone like Andre Gray with the type of movement that he has, I guarantee you get yourself 2 or 3 goals within the first 10 minutes because of the movement that we have from Andre Gray and the creativity that we get from Corey Burke because of his strength and speed and height. Knock down with the head, beat a man on the flank, put it on the floor to your attacker. The reason why Shamar Nicholson didn't score those 2 chances in the last game that Corey created for him was because of a lack of movement. The straight line movement as a striker doesn't work. If you remember the chance that he got, that he ran past the ball, a movement where you go that way and then come back towards the goal would be a perfect movement for that to save a goal. But the straight movement that he made as a striker just wouldn't work for those type of runs. Andre Gray has that in his locker, people. That's what the type of thing that Andre Gray does every day. So Whitmore needs to think about his partnerships, whether in the midfield or up front, because players complement each other. You put Andre Gray out there with Corey Burke, and you're going to get a totally different reaction, a totally different result. Shamar and Corey just doesn't work together. If anything, Corey should be replacing Shamar, not coming on together. They have too much like attributes to be playing on the field together, fam. Too much like attributes, brother. I don't know what the coaching staff is thinking, but if you get one thing out of Corey Burke, Shamar Nicholson probably does the same, but a lot less. Because Corey Burke is a little bit better than him, in my opinion. So what do? You don't play the 2 of them because you're not getting any variety up front. Sling in Andre Gray in there. If Liam Bailey is fit, put him on the left. Have him swing some crosses in. Enough for him playing on the right now. That's clearly not working for this competition. He has enough skill and pace to stay on the left and swing in crosses. We have the opportunity to win this World Cup, and this is our very first big challenge of getting past USA. Let's go, fam. Let's go. I'm already in the mood because Jadon Sancho signed for my side. Bless up on yourself, people. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Subscribe somewhere down there if you're new. Yeah? Share this with your friends and family. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Manners.